you actually put your post report in, it's instant. Automatically goes and shows you who you need to call. So when you put that post entry report in at the end of October, after you do your judging, of course, I don't see anyone having judging the night of October 31st, but midway through November, after you do your judging and you put your report in, that'll automatically change to yellow pending your district. And then after your district does their judging and they start approving their reports, it'll change to department. And then you know who you need to call at the department or myself. As we know, everything happens at the post. All work happens at the post. We know that. So the key to success for this system is to get as many posts to buy in, get them in reporting, and then you'll see a lot of the other features that are out there to provide the information. What we haven't done, as far as the national headquarters go, a very good job is we had all these reports for 72 years, but we never showed that to you. Yeah, we've got a fact sheet, but we never really showed you how it impacts the state, district, and the post. So this tool takes that into account, specifically on the KPI tool, where all that data that you report is going to be rolled up. Okay, some of the future things that are coming up, most of this I've already knocked out. The community service reporting, and I don't know if Georgia is on the website solutions platform, but if you are on that, you will never have to submit another community service report through us ever again. So it's all instant. We scrape the data, we pull what we need, and then you'll see that also throughout the dashboard system. Some of the complaints that we had this past year that was really tough to bounce back and forth from MStats as you're following MStats and then having to go back into the dashboard. So we were able to, and I'll show you the quick button on there, that if you're within the commander-in-chief's quota as far as being the top post, you will be ranked at the purple as a purple when you hover over the MemStats piece. And then you'll see where you rank, so that way you don't have to bounce back and forth and then see and try to measure from MemStats into the dashboard, and all that has been fixed. Okay, some successes we've seen. We've seen a lot more adjutants getting enrolled into the OMS system, which is a positive, and then also a lot more members, because a lot more information resides on the OMS system. So that's only a positive. What I ask you though is throughout your training, either at the post or district or department level, a lot of people think that we're intentionally try to, and I don't want to say screw, but we don't sit here at national headquarters and figure out how to hold a post back. So really the blame falls at whatever training you have. Push everyone to the website, because that's where the most up-to-date information's at. Get there. You can download the membership program. It's got all the requirements for post level, district level, and department level. So please download that and then figure out what you are either missing. Of course, the dashboard shows you what you're missing, but you may not understand what the criteria is. So the membership program has it all spelled out, especially the membership quota. And as you know, Hal Roche has done a different type of membership quota this year. It's not just the top 25. You got to hit a certain membership percentage. So make sure you're very keen on that. Some education is when you go into the dashboard, just because you're green, that just means you're eligible. That does not mean you're awarded All-American. When you get awarded All-American is when that email comes out from the national headquarters. Rick Butler sends that out. That's when you've been awarded All-American. So all throughout the year, you're eligible. And until you get that final notification is when you're awarded. It may seem weird, but a lot of people just think that just because they're green, you're going to get it. You have to make sure that you're up in that membership percentage to actually be awarded. Okay. And we'll go through the KPI tools as a key performance indicator. So close that out. And we'll get right into the dashboard itself. I wonder why. Okay, so when everyone logs in for your first time, what I wanted to do is show you how your chain of command is from the post level, district to department. So when you first log in, it's not going to look like this. It's just going to have your post, your district, and your department on there. That way you know how everyone's doing within your chain of command. So if you see over here, I added this purple button. This means that when you see a purple under your membership, when you hover over it, it's going to show you where you're at. Of course, the Buddy Poppy has been waived this year due to all of our facilities shutting down. They are slowly starting to open back up. So, of course, Patriot's been VOD, and then here's your VMS donation. VMS criteria this year is $100 for the post level to donate. Your service officers automatically filled based on your election report. So when you submit that, we pull that data. You should all be green at this moment. NLS and NVS does not pertain to post or district. That's purely a state level. So what we'll do is we'll come in, and if you're over here on the left, you can search by any type. We're going to Georgia. And then you can break it down. All your posts within the department, district, or district and department. And then just the department summary. So we'll go and click on posts within the Department of Georgia, generate the report. And as you see, there's already a lot of green, because all of that is based on whether or not you've actually made the donation yet. The VMS, all the poppies are green because it's been waived. Service officers should all be green unless there's no election report. What we've seen though, if you see a red and you know you've done it, you probably need to ask the question. The number one thing that pops up every year is, for some reason, that service officer has probably transferred, or believe it or not, what we've seen is, unfortunately, that comrade's passed away and you've not updated that report. So those are the two biggest reasons why you see some red on the election report. I'm trying to see if we've got any purple within Georgia now. Oh, there we go. Oh. So this system's based on a red light, green light, and yellow light system. So when you are red until you actually submit your report, and then you'll turn to yellow. And then, like I stated earlier, it will turn pending wherever that approval rests. So once you submit at the post level, turns pending district. Once the district approves it, then it'll turn pending to department. And then as soon as Tony approves it, it'll come to my level, and then I will personally approve it. Okay, so really this system, okay, well, there's a purple right here. So 7116 is already, they're ranking #1 within Division 9. And you see when you hover over it, they're sitting at 122%. So that's a great example of how the new system or how the new change happens. When you just hover over it, it'll show you where you rank within your division. Really excited about, wow, Georgia's got a bunch. Okay, so why we're here, we'll go in as an adjutant. If you do not see the actions button or entries button, that means that your election report does not have you on it. So we'll go right into entries. Hopefully everyone's taken the chance at least to watch the training videos and downloaded the guide. I just do a quick little refresher training. When you come in, and the way we should be doing this is when your post gets done doing the judging, you as the post adjutant should sit with your chairman and find out how many kids actually entered the program. You should have already had that conversation with your quartermaster also on how much you're going to award to those kids, and then how much it costs you to actually manage the program. The additional cost means that is how much you're going to spend on, say you had a pizza party for the students, if you're lucky enough to have an event with these students. I don't know the restrictions there in Georgia, but some may be able to have some events. How much did you spend on, say you bought a shirt or a jacket, or you bought some medals and some other stuff? That cost is your additional expense. The amount spent, the monetary awards, is pretty self-explanatory. That's how much you're actually going to award first, second, and third place. And if you go more than that, of course, the department's blank because that's my screen. But you're going to come in, should automatically be populated for you as the adjutant. If you're at the post level, it'll all be populated for you already. So we'll just give an example. District 1 of Georgia, let's say 2681. Did you have auxiliary participating? Most auxiliaries do participate. Say you had 12 students submitted an essay to you for Patriots Pen. And we'll leave it at 12, because as everyone should know, after 15 you'll get a second one you'll be able to forward, but we'll leave it as 1. And then you type in how much you awarded, and of course how much you spent on pizza or whatever for the students. And then if you want, you can type in your winners. Tony Dobbins won first place Patriots Pen at the post. And then you're going to come down. You've got an option. You can click save. And the reason for save is, okay, I may not have talked to the quartermaster, so I don't know how much money we spent. So you can save it and it'll be in your queue. You can come back and re-edit it. When you're done, you'll come in and click save and approve. Save and approve automatically forwards you. You get a big red alert. Are you sure you want to submit? And of course, you click submit. All of the entries are pretty much the same way. Pretty intuitive. You just click plug in numbers and click save and approve. Now, Teacher's Award is still live. We still have a Teacher Award program. I know everyone should hopefully know that the Teacher Award's been taken out of the All-American program, but we still ask you, if you participate and you're still doing the Teacher's Award, please come in and actually do the teacher submission. The ones that I have disabled for now is the VMS donation and the Buddy Poppy. And the reason I disabled that is because I've taken control of that. What we experienced last year when we launched this full reporting tool is, and I don't know how Georgia actually does their Buddy Poppies, whether or not the districts come in and take the orders for you or not. Some states do that, so when a post would go in, they would submit a Buddy Poppy order, and then the district inspector would come back to the adjutant, and then they would put in a whole nother order, and then the department would put in their order, and now you got 3 separate orders, and then we would put in a whole nother one. So if a post ordered 1,000, there's potential now that they're going to get credit for 4,000. So until I fix that reporting piece, I've disabled it. And we at the national headquarters, after your department tells us who ordered, we'll give you credit for Buddy Poppies. And the same way it works with VMS. When you send your checks to us or you get on the online system and you do your donation, I will automatically put in that dollar amount and give you credit. So you don't have to worry about submitting for the VMS or Buddy Poppy. Okay, so if there's a district adjutant on here, when you first log in, you after the posts have done their entries for VOD or Patriots Pen or Teacher, you will get a big red bar across the top. It will sit up here and it says you have 2 pending actions. So we've walked through the post piece. After the district completes their judging is what I'm hoping in a perfect world. And of course, you can approve it before, but it makes more sense that you wait to approve all your posts till after you get done with your district judging. That way you can verify with your district chairman who actually participated. You can see the entries, you know how much you're going to spend. You approve them all. And if you have posts that have not submitted, you as the district adjutant or the district commander can go in and create entries for those posts that did not submit. That way you give them credit at the lowest level. Then all that's going to roll up. And so in a perfect world, Tony will be able to go through after all the districts get done with their judging. All those entries have already been processed, been approved. He can go in once the state has completed their judging and verify all those reports. And then Tony's going to go in and submit a state level report that only, and this is the same way that the district report will happen, because when that district does their judging, they're going to go in and they're going to say, okay, we had 17 districts, only 13 competed. We had 13 entries. We forwarded 1 to Tony, and then Tony's going to do the same thing at the state level for a report. So there's 3 separate reports because each one's done their own judging, and all those numbers will roll up into the national total at the end of the year. I know that's a quick down and dirty how the process works. We'll go through just a couple quick little examples of some other features that are on here. If you come over, you can see your VMS donation link. If you want to donate at the post level or district or department, we highly suggest you use this link because it's automated. Automatically, when you click submit, we know who submitted. We'll give you credit within a day or 2 through the system. You'll see the report tab. The report tab is more of a state or district function where you can come in and we'll go right into community service report. And you'll come down, find the Georgia report. Of course, there's none for this year yet. Click generate report. all of your reports can be rolled up in this report function. So you can pull great PDFs and download them if you choose to. There should be no reason why any chairman at any level, specifically from the district and state, can't pull their own data. Taking a little bit to load. So you can pull it up here. Here's the community service roll-up for Georgia this past year. And you see all the posts are listed. All the great impact that every post had in Georgia that actually reported.
Yeah, Lynn, you pulled the national report, so instead of just Georgia.
Oh, I thought I clicked on Georgia. Well, it's the same principle. So we'll come over. Let's go to give you an example of VOD for Georgia. Oh, come on. Move. Okay, Georgia, 1920. Voice of Democracy report. You should see it downloading over here at the bottom. Just click open. Okay, so here's your VOD report from last year. All the districts that participated, grand total, and then all your posts that are listed here. It's a great way at your district meeting to pull a report. Okay, so that covers the reports. We'll come right into KPI tools next. Just do a quick little run through before we open up for questions. We'll pull up the 1920 year. We'll go right to Georgia. Okay, so this dashboard view or the KPI tools is a real-time fact sheet for you. This is a great tool, really powerful, that especially if you're out recruiting, someone asks, what does Georgia do? You can pull this up right away on your smartphone. And you can see I clicked way too fast.
Just in case somebody missed it earlier, Lynn, KPI is key performance indicators.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Jeff. Key performance indicators is a business model tool to help you really identify trends over time. You're able to take a hard look at yourself and see some areas that you may want to focus on for the next year or how you're doing the current year. So you can kind of see here, you know, Georgia was a little down in voice democracy, up in Patriot spend. Go, man. Trying not to click on Hawaii. But this tool will show you a lot more than just the programmatic. Oh, my screen keeps bouncing. What I want to be able to show you is really what else happens within the VFW that you can brag about. You can see within Georgia how many unmet needs recipients we have within Georgia that your national headquarters is providing. Oh, this damn. You'll be able to see the Help a Hero scholarships that we've awarded. Should have turned off. All right. We've got the Zoom button right in the middle, so it keeps bouncing. And then your community service down here, you'll see, you know, we all know that we had a challenging second half of the year, especially after March, really where a lot of community service really happens in the spring. It has impacted the community service across the board, across the whole VFW. So don't get too hung up on the decrease. Oh, come on. Main thing is just to know that this information's out here, especially if people ask what's Georgia do. You anywhere in the world can go through and see any post, any district, any state. What I want to do is show a quick little, if you click on the graphical stats, this is a trend summary over the last 3 to 4 years based on the program, how Georgia has done. So you can see right across the board on VOD that you continue to increase. See your Patriots Pen stats, see your teacher stats. You can see your Buddy Poppy stats, shows a downward trend. Your membership stats over the last 3 years. And then you can really take a hard look at your community service stats. Staying pretty consistent. And then I want to show you, if you hover over Georgia, you can see we've put 404 unmet needs claims in for Georgia. You hover over Help a Hero Scholarship, you have 40 recipients within the Department of Georgia. Well, we'll do, if you click on the numerical piece now, this is where you can drill down into each post. And you can measure it across from national headquarters to Department of Georgia. Let's see, we'll go to District 1 in Georgia. You can see all the posts here listed that actually reported for VOD. So there's a lot of information, a lot of data. Hopefully you can get some use out of it. If you don't, no big deal. Main thing is to make sure that the reporting actually happens at the post level. That's the key piece. If you're a data person and you find value out of that, that's even more for you. I've seen a lot of success, not just recruiting, but especially when you're talking to legislators, you know, may not be familiar with a certain legislator and they may not know what the VFW does, but at any time you can come in and tell them, hey, here's what a post in your district is doing. So a lot of different hidden benefits behind this tool. So with that, I will stop sharing and be open to questions.
Okay, if anyone has a question, they can either kind of put their hand up and or give me a little raised hand, and we'll let you go ahead and answer that, ask that question. We have no questions for Lynn?
Hey, Lynn, this is Jim Davis with Post 12002. I don't have any questions because when, you know, I was exposed to this last year, I found it really fully featured and was very impressed with what you guys done there at the national office, and especially getting this data to roll up. And having worked in the high-tech industry, I know how difficult it is to design a application like this, especially in the first year rollout. So my congratulations to you. Looks like you've added some even nicer things to it. Probably a lot more features and functions than I will use, which is great. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. And you know, the hard part was trying to explain to someone outside of our world how we do business. Thank you.
Is there any questions for anyone in the field as it relates to making entries?
Hello, this is Audrey Hastings from Post 8480. I have my hand up.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
And I do have a question. I'm a new adjutant for the post, and the action button. If I don't have the action button, what do I need to do to obtain the action button?
The first step is to talk to your post quartermaster and make sure that they actually did the election report online.
Okay.
Once you roll that out and there's still issues, if there's still issues, talk to Tony, and then the three of us can work through that and make sure that and see where the breakdown's at.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, wonderful question. That happens quite a bit.
This is Terry Dixon, Post 4092, St. Simons Island.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry, my screen's not up there, but I dropped my phone and it went into the safe driving mode. So anyway, last year I had a degree of difficulty. You know, once I got everything, once I got onto the site, all of a sudden it wouldn't take any information from me, and I just couldn't post anything. And I just was pretty frustrated until I reached out, and someone had accidentally locked me out. I thought I was doing something wrong. So I just encourage anyone out there, if you have any problems, just contact somebody, and the technical services people just went right into it and took care of it, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you. That's key. We're here for you. You know, our 833 VFW Vets hotline is an incredible tool if you ever have issues.
Yep. Steve Wolf, you had a question?
Hey, Lynn, if I need to talk to you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Shoot me an email and we can set up a time, or
Okay, just drop me an email and then we'll coordinate from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
One last question. Just
go ahead.
Just one more. So Voice of Democracy and Patriots Pen, those submissions are due the 31st of October. Just want to make sure I understand the timeline. So
Yes.
When do I make my submissions? And I mean the entry.
Yes, I would suggest right after you do the judging.
Okay.
That way you have all that information at your disposal, talking to your chairman, and you can knock that out all at once.
Okay. I just want to make sure there
Great
wasn't
question.
a date that I needed to have it in by. So,
No.
okay.
Nope.
Any additional questions for Lynn? I'm trying to look over the board. Go ahead, Sean.
So this isn't necessarily about the dashboard, but I have been asked where would I find a historical record of past post commanders? Is that something I would have to make a request through the online management system for, or call national, or is that even an option?
It
You
should be.
You can contact me, and I can work through Charles Lawson at headquarters.
Okay.
And see what we can find.
All right, perfect. All right, thank you.
Okay, any additional questions?
Yes. I'm Ben O'Donnell, adjutant for post 5000.
Go ahead.
I was wondering, we're trying to replace our charter. It was lost in a fire. I'm just my first year as an adjutant, and I believe that falls under my realm to try to. I gotta write a letter to National, is what I was told, to request it, and I'm trying to know what are the key details I need to include in that to get it done.
Ben, give me a call at headquarters tomorrow, and you need a check for $25, and we can make it happen.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Any more questions on the let's keep this on the All-American dashboard. Once again, I'm the department adjutant, so if you have questions in these other areas, just give me a call or shoot me an email. And if I don't know the answer, I can get you into the right person that does to replace other issues outside of programs. But Lynn is the director of programs, so if you have a specific question around any of the programs other than the dashboard, he is the person that we have. It's time for about another 10 more minutes and or less that you can ask our national representative. Go ahead, Thomas. Unmute yourself.
Yes, I just have a question. The only reports then are community service. I mean, all the other ones self-explanatory, but we have all the hospital reports and all these other things. Oh, what falls under the community service here that we do a report, or we just do the report through the Georgia department?
Those are all state level reports.
Okay.
Okay.
Answers the question. Thank you.
There you go. Anybody have any questions as it relates to state level reports that we need to go through at this time? Okay. All right. Well,
Hey, Tony,
go ahead, Jeff.
Real quick, go ahead and get in there this week, if at all possible, and click around in there and check out some of this stuff that Lynn just showed you, because I think you'll be very impressed with it, and it's good for you to know it before you have to use it, number one. And number two, if you see something's missing, please don't wait until late May to let somebody know. Let's get it worked out. If you put something in and a couple weeks later it's not there, please let somebody know then. Please don't wait, because that's a problem every year. People wait until the last minute. I had somebody ask me in September why they didn't get credit for something last year, and it's way too late to do it then. So please, as soon as you notice it, give it a couple weeks and then check it, and they'll work with you. We'll work with you at the department as well to make sure that you've got credit.
All right, so Lynn, I'll ask for your final remarks, and then I'll close it out. And
does anyone have any type of program, anything outside of the dashboard at all? Everyone understands what we've done with teacher this year versus or in lieu of requiring it for All-American this year, that it still is a program. We still, I think more than ever, we should be saluting our teachers nowadays with everything that's going on and the requirements that we're putting on them now. It's a great opportunity for us as an organization to get out there and thank them for the mess that they're trying to pull off to take care of our youth. So really would highly encourage thanking them. But that, Tony, that's it really, unless someone's got something that.
All right, well, Lynn, I really appreciate you taking the time for the state of Georgia to give this program. Sean, if you have additional questions?
I do real quick. So I'm literally doing a VMS donation right now. It keeps asking me to verify the credit card number. The credit card number is fine, so it's just not accepting it. So I don't want to keep clicking too many times, because then I'll end up making $2,000 in donations.
Right.
I know, that's awesome.
No. No. Yeah, that's first I've heard. Are you using American Express?
No, I'm using a Visa. And so everything's in there. I clicked I'm not a robot. I hit donate today, and then it kicks me back to the top. Please check that the credit card number entered is correct. It is. I click the button again. It kicks me back to the top.
Okay.
Just if nothing else, for
do me a favor, email me that. Can you do a screenshot of that?
Sure.
What it's doing to you? Yeah, just click print screen, email that to me, and I'll have Kelly Jones reach out to you tomorrow and see what's going on.
All right. Can you give me your email real quick?
lrolf@bfw.org.
Got it. All right. So I'll take care of that and shoot it out, and because I figured I would try it while we're sitting here.
Yeah. Yep.
Fantastic. All right. Once again, Lynn, I really do appreciate you giving your time to the state of Georgia. I would ask that the participants, we've been on for about 45, 50 minutes. If you could, let me know what you think of this training block, and if it would be more beneficial if we did other things like this in other areas. If you could, just shoot me an email. Thanks for the thumbs up. But if you can't shoot something, I'd like to share that with the state commander, who is online, to share this information back with him. Commander, since you're online, do you want to say a couple of words?
I just want to tell National, thank you for giving us the opportunity to share this information. And this is something that was well needed, because we had various questions come up about the dashboard. And I think that I know that you answered all the questions for the ones in there. And Adjutant, I want just to continue with this type of training. Great job. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Once again, everyone, thank you for your participation. Please, if you're at the district level, please share this with the post in your district. This presentation has been recorded, and it will be uploaded up on our YouTube page so that it can be viewed by others that you think are pertinent for this information. But Lynn, once again, thank you for your time. Comrades, thank you for your time. Everyone be safe, and we will catch you hopefully in February, depending upon how this COVID situation goes. But everyone be safe in their travels, and thank you all very much. And at that, we'll sign off.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Lynn.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Lynn.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See y'all. Need something, call anytime.
All right, absolutely. And I'll give you a call tomorrow. I'd like to know what you thought of this as well, okay?